Hello, welcome back to another one of my ramblings about movie. And yesterday I read an article online about Marvel Studio Kevin Feige talking about how Iron Man could be as timeless as Bond. And he talked about how other characters like Batman as well can be treated like James Bond property, which remind me of the video that I did a few weeks back when I talk about how there is no need to reboot Batman or Iron Man or Spider-Man should there be a change in the lead actors. I will put a link to that article to this video, so hopefully they don't delete the article and other people can read it if they haven't. So that's good news. The article did mention that they also debating rebooting. So so there's two camps. There's some that saying if Robert Downey Jr. is no longer Iron Man, maybe we need to reboot with a different actor, and then Marvel Chief Studio is saying maybe not. Maybe it can be as timeless as James Bond. Let's hope they go with the general thinking that he has, as well as I have, and I'm sure other people have. Speaking of Batman, rebooting and Batman, now that we know that Christian Bale is not coming back to play another Batman movies or doing the Man of Steel, I want to focus this video on Christian Bale a little bit. I have been a big fan of Christian Bale ever since he was fairly young. I have seen many of his movies and liked it. He's a good actor, no doubt. He's has done a lot of different roles, and he's one of those actors that I enjoy watching. He can play many roles, and he has done many movies that are not actions. That being said, one of the fairly common complaint about his roles in the three Batman's movie was, of course, his crazy voice, which I tend to agree. I understand the need for Batman to change his voice to hide his secret identity, but the voice that they use for those three movies when he talk, I'm Batman, it just sounds so, I don't know, kooky. Perhaps it would have been a different tone that make it sound a little bit better. But hey, I'm not an expert in this field, so I don't know. I just know that I understand the need for him to alter his voice and tone to hide his secret identity. I just didn't like the one that they used in the movie. The second part that and first off, I blame that on Christopher Nolan, okay? Because ultimately, Christopher Nolan is the director, okay? So he's the one that instruct and kind of guide Christian Bale in, doing that. So it's not, so if it wasn't good, I'm sure Christopher Nolan could have said, can you redo, take a second take, use a different voice or something. So don't blame Christian Bale on that crazy voice. Ultimately, it's in the hand of the director. The other part of the complaint that are fairly common with the three Christopher Nolan Batman was that Batman, they didn't showcase Batman fighting skills. Sure, it was almost an overly emphasis on the gadget, the bike, the car, the plane, the helicopter, you know, all the toys, the gadget that he has, and it did not demonstrate the fighting skills that Batman had. He was, you know, one of the best fighter out there with all the combination of martial arts skills. So, you know, that was a very common complaint of many people that, oh, you know, and I heard that a lot of people even blame that on Christian Bale as, you know, a good actor, but he's not a good action actor. So, you know, that was his shortfall as far as playing Batman in the movie. And I wholeheartedly disagree with that criticism, because if you have a chance to watch some of his other action movies, there's a movie called Equilibrium that came out in 2002. It came out after The Matrix, so it was a kind of a copycat in the action scene with the way, you know, Christian Bale played the lead character in that movie. And if you have Amazon Prime right now, it's showing free. Okay, so if you have, you can watch instant video for free of that movie. And if you watch the last 15 minutes of that movie with the action-packed sequence, Christian Bale are more than sufficient to handle a lot of the fighting scenes if needed. You know, that's all I need to say. You don't really have to be sufficient, but if you put in the time and use the right angle, Hollywood can make magic. Okay, if they can make Neo to be so awesome in The Matrix, Christian Bale can show a lot of good action scene in Batman if the director chose to do that. So once again, I blame the lack of prowess of Batman fighting skills on Christopher Nolan. You know, perhaps he was too overly focused on the gadgets and not focused enough on the various fighting skills or expert fighting skills that Batman has. Then it's Christopher Nolan's to blame. You know, I mean, yeah, the few extensive hand-to-hand combat skills that Batman had was with Bane, and you know, that was one of the weakest fighting action scene in the three Batman movie, because it really did not truly demonstrate the skills that Batman has. Okay, so in defense of Christian Bale, I think that, you know, the problem with the three Christopher Nolan movie was more on the direction that Nolan wanted to show Batman, more so than whether Christian Bale can handle more action scenes, in my opinion. But that's it. You know, I think I can't wait to see what Christian Bale will do next. Certainly, I wish he will come back and be Batman with Henry Cavill. That would be perfect. I don't really know who would be a good fit to play Batman. You know, but I can't wait to see who they picked. You know, no doubt, you know, Christian Bale was the best Batman out of all the Batman, in my opinion. Some people thought Michael Keaton was a good Batman. He's okay. I was never a big Michael Keaton fan. So, you know, whether he's the best, that's somebody else's opinion, not mine. But anyhow, this is just a short video on Christian Bale. Thanks for watching, and until next time.